Good morning, good people. Today is October the 1st, 2025. I hope everyone has a great day today. I wanted to come to you guys and read the chapter of the day, is what I like to describe it as. And if anyone has been tuning in, what I'm doing now is I just open up the Bible and to whatever book and to whatever chapter is on the page is what I read for the day, and then I go into a little bit of explaining and or how that affects today's or comes into play today. And so today I'm reading from Ezekiel chapter 19. And so it says, "Take up a lament concerning the princes of Israel, and say, what a lioness was your mother among the lions. She lay down among them and reared her cubs. She brought up one of her cubs, and he became a strong lion. He learned to tear the prey, and he became a man-eater. The nations heard about him, and he was trapped in their pit. They laid him with hooks to the land of Egypt. When she saw her hope unfulfilled, her expectation gone, she took another of her cubs and made him a strong lion. He prowled among the lions, for he was now a strong lion. He learned to tear the prey, and he became a man-eater. He broke down their strongholds and devastated their towns. The land and all who were in it were terrified by his roaring. Then the nations came against him, those from regions round about. They spread their net for him, and he was trapped in their pit. With hooks they pulled him into a cage and brought him to the king of Babylon. They put him in prison, so his roar was heard no longer on the mountains of Israel. Your mother was like a vine in your vineyard, planted by the water. It was fruitful and full of branches because of abundant water. Its branches were strong, fit for a ruler's scepter. It towered high above the thick foliage, conspicuous for its height and for its many branches. But it was uprooted in fury and thrown to the ground. The east wind made it shrivel. It was stripped of its fruit. Its strong branches withered, and fire consumed them. Now it is planted in the desert, in a dry and thirsty land. Fire spread from one of its main branches and consumed its fruit. No strong branches left on it fit for a ruler's scepter." This is a lament and is to be used as a lament. And so lament basically is like sorrow, pain. You're lamenting over something that was sad in your life or whatever have you. And so not just what is being said by God here, but how this applies to today, to where we see how a lot of young men and women as well are being raised to be tough and being raised to be mean, and to be powerful. And so what's happening is that they get to a point in life to where that anger or that hunger for power basically consumes them. And with us all being people, at some point or at some point in time, you're going to have someone that's going to defy you. And so what is being said to the princes of Israel is that they were raised up to be mighty and to be strong and to be rulers. But because of them being consumed by that power and authority that they achieved, then the people turned against them and they were laid to waste, basically. And their mothers, or the mother of these princes, also because of the fruit that she was producing, eventually that fruit became bad fruit. At one point it was good fruit, but because of the actions and the things that they began to do, it was proven that they were bad fruit. And so basically her wound was dried up to where she could no longer produce any princes, you know, and that's what we're seeing in today's society, where greed is a main driver for people's ambitions. We want. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people will go to the extremes in order to get what they want. And because of the most obvious, which is the leader or the so-called leader of this country, the president of this country, he is the prime example for this, to where he is literally moving around like a prowling lion, seeking whom he may devour by destroying different agencies that helped people that were struggling. Destroying these agencies by taking over other agencies in order for them to do the things that he wants them to do, and not be what we like to call a private business where they can make their own rules and they can make their own prices and they can do these things. But as we can see, this president is slowly taking over. He's taken over the pharmaceuticals. He's partnered with Pfizer to the point where Pfizer is going to basically become a government pharmacy. If you see what I'm saying, all of these different things that he's doing, going in, firing all these government workers because they're not on board with his agenda. Sending out the ones that work under him to talk to the military and to basically tell the military, well, if you're not on board with what we're doing, then pack your bags and leave. So it's becoming worse and worse, not just in society, but also from a government perspective as well. And the current ones in government like to blame the other side. It's the Democrats' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. When are they going to take any type of blame for the things that they're doing? Because my thing is that these shootings that we've seen happening more and more, to where these people are going in and they're doing terrible things. But my thing is once again, and I said it before, it's not the Democrats going in and telling them to do this. It's because of the rhetoric of the current president that's pushing these people over the edge. So in the long run, it's the president's fault. It's the Republicans' fault. Even though they don't want to take blame for what's going on, because they feel like, well, because this attack was against a Republican, it has to be a Democrat's fault. No, you have, for example, you have gang members that will take out people of their own gang because of whatever reason. You've seen it. We've all seen it. So my thing is that these people are doing these things because of the rhetoric of the current president, y'all. The things that he says, the way that he talks about people, and the way that he goes in forcefully in order to do what he wants to do and for things to be done the way that he wants them to be done. Even though he runs around here and claims that he's the president of peace, which is an outright lie. So I'm coming on here, guys, to open up your eyes not only to the past, but as well as to what's going on now and how the Bible is showing us these things. And I also want to come on here because I was listening, and I'm going to post a picture of this as well. But I was on my way to where I'm at now, and I was listening to this guy. It's called The Fervent Life of Jesus, is the name of his channel, in which he exposes a lot of things that's going on in, the music industry, the movie industry, and churches and all these other things. And so this particular video had a mentioning of a guy named Alistair, in which anybody who keeps up with what's going on, they're pretty much aware of this guy to where he was a big Satanist in his day. And even to this day, people still walk around with quotes of what he said on his shirt and quotes of what he said on their hats and things like that. And so I'm listening to this guy, and the video wasn't just about him, but it just happened to be on that part of the video that was about him. And lo and behold, y'all, I look up to my left and there's a 18-wheeler, a big rig truck with the name Crowley written on the side of it. And I say this because this is God, and not the God of this world, but Jesus working and revealing things to us to let us know that, because people think that witchcraft and they think that Satanists and all this stuff is just some type of facade, that is not reality, that they're doing these things and they're doing them to no type of revealing. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just something they're doing just to be doing. No, these things that they are doing, these spells that they cast, these things are real, y'all. And like I said, I just happened to look up, and man, there was a truck with this guy's last name, because his last name is Crowley, written on the side of this truck, y'all. And like I said, this is Jesus revealing things to me and to you slowly, so that we can stay aware, so that we can stay on our toes, so that we don't become lazy in the faith to the point where we lose sight of what we should be doing and lose sight of the path that we should be going down. But I once again wanted to just read the chapter of the day, and as well tell you guys about what I just encountered. And then literally this was about 10 minutes ago, y'all, that I saw this. And like I say, at the end, you're going to see a video, or not a video, but a picture of this truck and what I saw. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll be back on here as soon as I can with another chapter and with more words of inspiration and truth, in order for us to just stay in line and stay focused, y'all. Because like I said, the evil one, he is out here and he is trying to pull us off of the path of righteousness. But we have to stay strong. But y'all take it easy. I love y'all. Jesus loves us all. And I'll talk to you soon.